Greetings senseless people and surrounded by freaks, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I just noticed, these four girls have beautiful eyes and they're all of different color, but well, after all, it's always kinda rare to find anime girls that are not pretty unless they want them not to be pretty. Anyway, we left off in the first episode. We wrote a poem to impress Natsuki, so I think it's only fitting that we show it first to Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. I wonder though, will I remember the voices of all the four girls? Probably not. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Did I do a good job?
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Huh? Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact... Oh, no, that's me. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
This is like tsundere level over 9000. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. Yeah, I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Or she's a big tsundere. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. It's a win, of course! In my case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
I'm sorry, I found it This is hilarious. That's why I chose Natsuki. Not because some people say it's a guy. No, shut up. Fuck off. Because she's so funny. I actually like it. I mean, it's funny. Can you hear the music? The very, kind of childish and funny music. I guess that's a nice poem.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I did, don't worry. I like it. It made me laugh, genuinely.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks the writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Oh, actually, I said that. Well, since I can do this voice, that means that this voice also belongs to me. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
I didn't actually think of it that way. I thought it was just random. Being stupid and funny.
So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's actually true. I didn't actually realize that. I thought it was just a bad poem wrote on purpose. Don't tell Natsuki.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And we shared our poem with Natsuki. Now, I think we have to choose the order for the other three. So Yuri for sure won't like my poem. Sayori could like it, Monica I wouldn't know. So let's go with Yuri. I don't want to keep Yuri for last because so I will feel proud if I make Sayori or Monica, happy about my writings. So Yuri! Sup Yuri? Huh? What's this face, Yuri? Huh? Do you have a problem with my poem? I'm just kidding. I know that it's not your style. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. This is my new favorite quote, to be honest. When I don't want to talk with someone, oh sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. What's that supposed to mean, Yuri? Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Hey, I did it too. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. That doesn't look like so, but I suppose that they have only some, static sprites. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. I might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. I'm totally understanding what you're talking about, Yuri. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Is that how it's supposed to read that? Again, how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Ah, such a sweet smile. I thought that she would have been very shy. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh no. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminates beneath the amber glow. Bathing. I apologize already for the way I'm reading, but it's really a thin font, and so... It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green... I don't understand that word, of the future. I bath, calmly breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I mean, it's a nice poem, just that I read it terribly. I'm really sorry, Yuri. I'm sorry to have such a terrible handwriting. She noticed that. It's not you. Seriously, it's not you. It's actually a pretty one. It's just that the font of in the video game is so thin and my eyesight is so bad. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it.
I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Something easy to digest, I suppose. Oh, that's easy to digest? Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dazo.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. That's not a nice thing to say.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Alter ego in the game is a dumbass probably, so I cannot do anything. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
She has been nice. I thought she would have criticized my work more. Pretty sure that if I have to write poems again, and of course I have to impress Natsuki, I will have harsher criticism. Not looking forward to that. I always feel bad when people criticize me like that. I will show the poem next to Sayori. I would have chosen Sayori as second, but I didn't want a negative opinion for last, so...
What's up, Sayori? This is a good poem, Dazo. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why you impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Dazo. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this one for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. What, impressing Natsuki? Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Though you don't have to. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay!
She's so adorable, she's so supportive of me.
Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that, Sayori.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you testing me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast.
It was nice till the end. I mean, yes, the end was nice as well, but I didn't expect that. Good job, Sayori. I really liked it. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean! It was a nice poem, what are you talking about? I still tried my best.
I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really? Yeah.
Especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Ah, yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Of course, that was actually probably my favorite poem so far. But let's see Monica's one. Let's see.
Hi, Dazo. Having good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Thank you. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dazu. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But if that's sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Dazu. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez, she's on to us. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's on to us. To me, I guess. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Oh, that's me. Yes, I love like that. Problem? If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just few simple words. I wonder if that's a real person. I will check it on Google later. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. I don't have no idea what endearing means. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I thought till now that Natsuki was like a pretty bad writer. She would only write childish and very simple stuff. Instead, looks like that she has actually a meaning under the poems that she writes. Don't tell Natsuki. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. And sure, I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Do you understand that? Did you understand? Just write what you want to write without trying to impress anyone. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. I'm afraid that's the goal of the game. But she's actually saying a very good point. You should write with your own style, without trying to impress anybody, without trying to imitate anybody. That's actually a very nice suggestion. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? That's true. I see, she sounds very nice, actually. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I actually quite like this poem because it's really deep, meaning that there is some kind of a plot twist at the end. It sounds like she thought to be looking in a hole, but instead she finds out that she's inside the confined place in the hole, and she's looking outside. It's actually a nice thing to think of. I mean, it sounds a bit sad, but... So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Not really the right person to ask for feedback. Hahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I can't even read recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Explain what that is. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Nice and writing tip? Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. I wonder if this is something that's, those are quotes that you can find on internet, or if it's something that the developer wrote. If this is the case, really nice metaphors. Congratulations, because I mean, you know what to write, you know how to write. After all, he must have written all the poems as well, in different styles, so not bad at all. So just move your hands and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Monica. That was nice of you. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, except Natsuki. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literal club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expression change. Yes, because they are the opposite of each other, because Yuri likes deep and meaningful stuff, while Natsuki likes simple and, fluffy stuff. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with his language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Ah, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Huh? Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something?
I knew that the word cute would have triggered Natsuki. I knew it. Look at her. Triggered.
It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Ah? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Even more triggered.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
It didn't come up bad either.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Ultra triggered over 9,000. Okay, I'll stop here.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Dozu did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. I won't say anything, but she's just getting more and more triggered. And does you like my poem too, you know? Not as much, but sure. He even told me he was impressed by it. Did I? Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh no. Oh no, look at her face. Oh no. Things are heating up, and not in that way.
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Huh? Hear the music. Oh my.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well. Oh no, they're going to throw chairs at each other.
Maybe you're just jealous that Dazo appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Alright, Yuri's getting triggered as well. I might just use a giant triggered sign on this screenshot.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what?
So Yuri just got, like, pushed or shoved away out of the scene.
I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dazu started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you!
I cannot do two voices altogether. Actually, let's try.
This doesn't involve you!
Now I will mix this with the one that I did before, and that should be the double voice.
This doesn't involve you!
See? Editing master. And she also got shown off immediately.
I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Dazu! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it!
I know how to solve this dispute, girls. Wrestling match. But, well, Natsuki wouldn't have a chance. I mean, Yuri would just crush her with her boobs and 1, 2, 3 new Doki Doki Literature Club champion. Or maybe the game has a better idea.
If she could get over herself and learn how to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems so convoluted for no reason?
Haha, I hate convoluted stuff. If I knew what that meant. Probably means complicated.
The meaning should just jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Dozo. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also waste. You understand that, right, Dozo?
I mean, obviously I'm trying to romance Natsuki, but they both have a point. They simply have different opinions, but they're too dumb to understand that. They're just two different writing styles. It's like if I have to say, for my taste, I like Natsuki more, not her poems, I mean physically and of her attitude and character. I like her more, but it's normal that someone likes Yuri more. Big boobs have freaks, huh? I mean, obviously they could even like shy girls more, what do you know?
Well,
again I have to do the double voice.
Well,
and now mix it!
Well,
Nat and Yuri, I like that. They put me on a spot here. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... This is one of the things that I hate, because it's like The Walking Dead, or I don't remember the developers that made the Walking Dead game. You have choices, and no matter what you choose, you always give advantage to someone, but you always disappoint terribly someone else. And I hate that because there is always a common ground, there is always a way to avoid the decision. So obviously, help me, Sayori! I mean, I'm trying to romance Natsuki, but I don't want to disappoint Yuri because she has a point. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So triggered. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? Well, she's not that triggered. She's not Tsundere Super Saiyan of the legends. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Sayori! And here she is. She's here to help me, to save me from this embarrassing situation. Eh? Yeah, yeah, you will save me. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Oh, so I'm actually using her as a decoy to avoid answering the question.
Dazu? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree.
It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never.
Can you stop fighting? I mean, fighting is a waste of time, unless you take your clothes off. But shut up! Shh. Calm down, Sirens, I'm just kidding.
It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop!
She's mad now.
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because! Well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were.
I mean, how is this horror? This is a question that I would ask myself. How is this horror? But I know that it will be. I arrived till a point in the playthrough in which it happens that it starts being horror. But it makes me wonder, how is it possible?
Big and beautiful!
Like, how isn't Yuri's head on fire right now?
Sayori stands up
Triumphantly. That's a word. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
So, this is why Sayori is vice president.
Sorry. While I whispered to Monica using that voice, is that a problem?
She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing at her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead. She is an airhead, definitely. But sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. She's my airhead.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Says a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. You could try right now to talk to her.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly.
I knew that Natsuki was the grumpy one.
Dazu, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I know to myself with newfound determination. What is this, Undertale?
Dazu, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. I love going home with Sayori. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't truly say I'm not enjoying it either.
Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Dazu, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
Ah,
and I think everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on kind of situation. I don't find my alter ego as the, you know, the well, not the smartest, but the person who really understands the situation the most, considering his lack of understanding of those poems. But well, sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Does it? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. And here we are, the evening, in which we have to write another poem and try to impress again someone, which obviously would be, again, Natsuki for us, for me. And for you watching my playthrough, for the two people who probably clicked on this video by mistake. I wanted to arrive with this episode to the second day when I had once again to choose who I want to show the poem first. But I cannot do it, it's taking too long, so I will just start the second day. Also, I cannot record it again because reading with so many different voices, so many girly voices is hurting my throat seriously, especially Natsuki's voice, which is supposed to be the one I will pass more time with. Anyway, cute, adorable and fluffy things to impress Natsuki. Here! Yes! I would say melody! Yes! Used to watch an anime called Mermaid Melody, and also there was, oh yes, that anime with the little three witch little girls. Okay, that sounds so weird. I watched it when I was little, okay? Not now, I'm 26. Jeez. And yet I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Kiss! And then skirt. And bouncy. There was also poof. Adorable. Pink. Milk. Puppy. And then I would say rainbow? Oh, that's Sayori. Silly. Then again Sayori. Candy. Playground. Perfect, yeah, perfect, clearly. We better also finish reading the volume of Perfect Girls, otherwise Natsuki will be very disappointed. So, Dozu, even if you can't sleep, I don't care. If you have to finish it. Don't care if you don't sleep. Don't care. Hop. Play. Hard. Oh, wow! I clicked twice by mistake. Heartbeat. It was actually the correct choice. Lollipop. 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 Lolly, 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 lollipop. Boom. 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 And in the end, shiny. Yes, we did a good job. And here we are at the second day. Let's just start it. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Dozo.
Yo, Sayori. Yo, bish. Just kidding. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Hehehe. I just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I don't know how the school works in Japan. I don't know if it works like in my country or in some other country that basically you have always the same classmates throughout the year. I think so. I think it works like that. Basically, you always stay in the same classroom with the same classmates and the teachers come and go. Instead, in America and the UK, I know instead that you have different classmates according to the subject and you have to go to the subject room. At least that's how I know from anime. Yeah, that's my culture. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which... Oh, that's her. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry.
Will you come with me to buy a snack?
Of course. No thanks, come on.
Huh? That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh? Why that all of a sudden?
No reason really. I just wanted to look at it.
Ah.
I know what's happening. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I'm on to you, Sayori. I knew it, Sayori. I'm on to you. You cannot hide from me. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the classroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you have spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. I apparently know Sayori very well. I mean, after all, we're childhood friends. And so that only leaves the one option.
Ah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly jiggles. Giggles? Jiggles? I'm not sure. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening. Her face is in her book, as always. For a second, I thought her face is in her boob. I mean, no, seeing Yuri wouldn't be that difficult.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Dozo to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution.
Wow, that's mean. Well, not mean, but harsh.
I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Foreshadowing.
Don't let her fool you.
Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Pwah! What happened?
Gah!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Oh, what was... Huh? A cookie!
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle?
Yes, the gods have heard you, Natsuki, and a cookie just fell through and passed through just destroyed the roof, then the floor above killed 2 or 3 people, and a ride on your face.
It's because I paid my restitution.
She's so cute and clumsy. Retribution.
Actually, that one almost works. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth it seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Wow!
Jeez! Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, what do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. I have to punch myself to feel manly again.
Ah, jeez!
So cute.
I got it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Do you want to trigger her so much to drop kick you out of the window?
Hey! Did you just seriously do that?
Mouthful Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes.
Monica, can you tell Sayori? Ah!
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Ah! Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being up late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised.
What, a boyfriend?
She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
Nah, come on, seriously. Well, all of us combined. I can assure you that the average guy, if you want 3 girls like that, or Monica, 3 girls like that, obviously. I mean, Monica is very pretty, but still.
That's true.
Excuse me! Natsuki, stand up for yourself! Suddenly the door swings open, and that's probably Monica, I bet.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Alright. Monica arrived, and we're about to begin a new day of the club. The Doki Doki Literature Club. What's Doki Doki anyway? I mean, Literature Club, I know, but Doki Doki? I have to inform myself. Anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. I wish I could record the one straight away, but my voice really prevents me from doing so. My throat is actually hurting right now. So I'll end this episode here. I'm SurroundEdByFreaks. Hope you liked it. See you next time here with 4 adorable girls. Yuri and Bye me. Bye bye.